Hey, welcome to another edition of the NH Experience. I have a very special guest here on this episode. You can catch him every Monday night on the CW's All American Season 3, which is probably getting really heated in these seasons. Definitely want to talk to him about that. Also, you saw him in For the Love with Jason, another good show. And also, he's been featured on SWAT. He's a fantastic actor, producer. He's from the LA Inglewood area, and he's popping in the tech world. We'll get into the reason why I said that in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Kareem Grimes. What's going on, Kareem? How you doing,
Mr.
man?
Hamilton, my brother, thank you very much for the intro, man. Happy to be here, brother. Humble, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, thank you, man. You one of the busiest guys on the planet right now, so I definitely wanted to bring you on the show and
Absolutely, man.
get your to talk to you about a few things. I know we talk about your success, and first and foremost, congratulations on all your success thus far.
Thank you, man.
Um, But I want to talk to you. I know the success and where you are right now is extremely important, but I also feel like the journey itself to get there from the starting line to running the marathon, as it were, is very important. So I want to
Yeah.
talk to you a little bit about your journey and about how you started. What was it like growing up in the LA Inglewood area? What was it like for you? And at what point did you realize acting is the lane that I want to be in as far as the entertainment business goes?
Man, I mean, I'm a 70s baby, man. So it was love and incense and right on, brother, and what's going on, blood, young blood. So but no, it was good, man. Born and raised in Inglewood, California, man, 99th and Crenshaw. So right around the corner from the Forum and in Hollywood Park Casino, man. And I don't have a story of gang banging. I grew up rough. I had my mom and pops, but they split up, so it was just me and my mom, and then my sister came along. But yeah, man, it was just staying busy, dude. For me, it was always sports, so I was always active, either playing baseball at Rancho Park, flag football, Jim Gillian, playing Pop Warner at Baldwin Hills. So my mom definitely kept me busy, man. And then, really got into to acting. As a young kid, I watched a lot of TV. So for me, I grew up watching Flip Wilson, Carol Burnett, you know what I'm saying? Mel's Diner, Free Threes Company, Emmanuel Lewis, you know what I'm saying? So, those are people that for me, I looked up to, and I was just like, yo, man, I think I can do this. And then also as a young kid, you know, parents, friends come over, you trying to entertain, they like, go back in your room. There's grown folks out here, you know what I'm saying? So performing and dancing at the birthdays. So, it was something that I got bit early on. And thank God my mom had some friends in the business. And then we moved to Lamert Park, and Angela Gibbs and Marla Gibbs had an acting school up there, right on
Legend.
Crenshaw. Yeah, right on Crenshaw. If anybody's from LA, it's right over there behind Earl's Grill now, where it's at, across the street from Angela's funeral home, and it was called Crossroads. And that's where I really got my first real taste, and being taught by Whitman Mayo, who played Grady on Sanford and Son, and Ed Cambridge. Those are people that taught me, and of course Marla Gibbs. So that was my first taste, man, and from there on it was a wrap. Like, I totally just really immersed myself into it, and my mom really helped with that.
I know at
Yeah.
one point you had went to Palisades High, then you transferred to Dorsey.
Yeah.
So how was that
Yeah.
adjustment going from, LA Inglewood to way out to Palisades, and then, adjusting to that lifestyle and then going back to Dorsey?
Well, I mean, it even goes back further. I went to Paul Revere. So
Okay.
that's right over there in Greenwood, man. So that was my first taste of getting bussed. That was junior high. And normally if you go to Paul Revere, it was normally the transition to go to Palisades, or you either went to Uni or Hamilton, or
Yeah.
wherever. But I ended up going to Palisades. A lot of my friends that went to Paul Revere, we just hung out and really just kind of moved together as a unit. And I started playing football there, and it was really good, man, really balling. And at that time, Dorsey was a powerhouse. And we moved to Baldwin Hills, and I was just like, I know folks at Dorsey. I went to a few Dorsey games. It's crazy, and it's right down the street. I can literally walk. And my second semester, 10th grade, I transferred and went to Dorsey and tried out for varsity and made it, but I wasn't gonna start. And because they had a football player by the name of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, formerly known as Sharman Shaw. He was a guy. And from that point on, I was just like, all right, well, I'm about to just go to stick to what I know best, and that's acting. Football career is over, but I gave it another try, man. My senior year, but it was just like I was missing practices and not starting because I had auditions or whatever. So now I was just like, nah, it's a wrap. I'm gonna just go with my first love, man. And that was literally the the end of my sports career.
Well, you know what? Yeah, it's funny because I went to Crenshaw for a minute, so we'd have been rivals off top.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
You talk about those Dorsey Crenshaw games, man.
Come on, man. It's so funny when they was talking about the Capitol, how people broke into the Capitol, and I'm like, listen, if you went to a Dorsey Crenshaw game, security was extra tight. They needed that security at the Capitol. For real. It was not going down.
Not at all. Not at all.
Dude. So, but
man.
Man.
No, that's awesome, man. I mean, I love to see what you've done. I mean, I want to talk to you a little bit too. You kind of went to an acting school of hard knocks, as it were, because you were on a set of Baby Boy, which is another John Singleton film. Yeah. But in that situation, you were able to really understand the fine tuning of filmmaking and production and things like that. How did that shape you all away from the camera to kind of develop you wholeheartedly as just a complete package as far as the acting and producing?
Man, I think, like I said, I owe it to John. After Boys in the Hood, I just kept in contact with John. He was like a big brother. John lived in Baldwin Hills. He really lived in the neighborhood and really shot around that area and employed a lot of people. I was, going through school and college, and I was like, man, John, come on, put me on. He was like, man, you got to finish school. And I was like, but I would go to sets like Higher Learning and be like, come on, John, give me a role. Give me this, give me that. Poetic Justice. I was like, come on, John, let me get in that. But when I finished, man, my mom actually ran into John literally off of, I think it was Lamert and La Cienega. And John was like, yo, have Kareem call me. My mom was like, yo, call John. And, boom, I hit him up. He was like, meet him over in Lamert Park. And met him at his office, man. And he was like, yo, man, I'm about to do this movie called Baby Boy. And, you need to learn exactly the ins and outs and what it takes to make a film. So, I was his assistant, but also I literally helped every department. And that, like you said, that's kind of helped shape me to where, I was in casting with Kim Harding. I was a PA. I was, doing the coffee runs. I was there with, locations, wardrobe, the whole nine, man. I was even taping the audition. So, the footage that you see of, Taraji and Tyrese doing their screen tests, that's me behind the camera shooting that. So I was there when John gave, Taraji the role and Tyrese, man. So, it was a blessing, man. And, just to be able to hit every, let's say, production or just hit every spot within that to make a film, man, really, put everything in perspective of just, everybody has a role and everybody plays their position. And everybody's working towards one goal, and that's to get the film, in the can. And that's one thing about John is that John hired his people. You know what I'm saying? John hired, my first experience of seeing black folks on a lot of black folks on set was Boys in the Hood, and prior to that, you only see one or two blacks on set.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But with John, he employed his people, and he truly believed that, man. And you know, for me, that was just super big. You know, so you know, working with him on Baby Boy, I literally saw from pre-production, production, post-production, you know, what it took to make a film.
No, that's incredible, man. The fact
Yeah,
that many people would crave to get that blessing that you were able to receive from,
yeah,
the wisdom and the talent of John Singleton, man. That's awesome. And
yeah.
I want to talk to you because I'm sure you've gone through hundreds and hundreds of auditions.
Mm.
But what was the most difficult audition that you had to deal with, and how did that shape you as an actor?
That's a good question. That's a very good question, Nick. First audition comes to mind, man. Really is I got two of them. Is The Shield. I auditioned for The
Okay.
Shield 17 times. 17 times for The Shield. Within that 17, I booked, but they either went another direction, or they wrote the character out. And you know, for me, it was just like I was getting frustrated. But then my agent told me, who I'm with now, this brother by the name of Kevin Turner, he was like, listen, as long as they keep bringing you back, that means they're interested, they like you, you know. And I never thought of it that way. You know, I was just like, man, I'm auditioning and, you know, I'm not booking, or I'm auditioning, I get it. And then they write the character out, like, what's going on? Is it me? And, you know, it was just like, hey, the casting directors knew what I was able to bring to the table. And, you know, they gave me every opportunity, you know. And, you know, on the 17th audition, I end up, you know, booking the role, but I end up doing 3 seasons on that show. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, a true testament of just sticking it in there, man, and sticking in there and really, you know, not giving up and believing in yourself. And you know, those other roles were, you know, co-star one day and that's it. But you know, I ended up getting 3 seasons, and this character was, you know, played a very pivotal role in those last 3 seasons. So you know, it's just a blessing, man. That's one. And then I really thought I was gonna make it on this one, man. It was the, what was it called? It was a movie with Tom Hanks. He was in the airport. I can't remember the movie. But
Oh, I
John,
know which one. He got.
yeah, it'll come to me. But I had auditioned for it, and my agent was like, "Yo, guess who loves your audition tape? Steven Spielberg." I was like, "Word." And in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, it's on. I made it. This is it. It's about to go down. I made it." You know what I'm saying? And The Terminal, that's what it's called, The Terminal. And you know, we lead up to it. I'm ready. I'm like, man, this is my break. And my scene was with Tom Hanks. And I played this kid from Africa who had this can of coffee that they kind of connect with. So I was like, and I got a scene with Tom Hanks. What? It's a wrap. I'm about to be on. No, we going back and forth for like a couple of days. Like, oh, we want to bring you out here. Do you want to drive? We'll drive. And I was like, listen, I'll drive myself. I don't care. Like, this is a movie
Mm-hmm.
with Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. Let's go. And man, they end up writing the character out. And but they was like, but you know what? We're going to give you credit in the movie. And I was just like, credit
Nice.
as an actor? But as an actor, the credit is cool, but you
Mm-hmm.
want the visuals because that's
Right.
gonna lead up to more work. Just my name and the credit, you skip that. You just see you know what I'm saying? You see the ending and then you up out the theater. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like, you know, so that was a big letdown, man. But
Mm-hmm.
those are the two that stick out, man. But you know, it's just, you just got to stick in there, believe in yourself. And you know, I tell actors, if you don't get the role, book the room. If you book the room, the casting director will continue to bring you back, and that's what you want. When they stop calling you to audition, that's when you should worry.
Yeah, true indeed. There was another series I saw you in, man, and I thought you did a really good job in, and it was the series of Unsolved,
uh,
the crimes of Tupac and Biggie.
yeah,
You play Orlando Henderson's homeboy.
yeah, yeah.
Um, So how much did you know about the story, and then how much did you have to learn about that story, especially dealing with the close camaraderie between Orlando Anderson and his friend at that time?
Man, here's the funny part. I went to Cal State LA, and this girl that I used to have a big time crush on her. Her name was Marissa, and Orlando was her boyfriend at that time.
Oh,
So I actually met the dude on a humbug because I went over her house. I went to because I stayed on the dorms. I went over to the dorms because she had roommates, and it was the dude. I saw him, and this is before the whole Tupac thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, okay. But like I said, fast forward when everything went down, I was like, yo, that's the dude I met that such and such was hanging with them. And I was just like, yo, it's crazy. But, you know, growing up in LA, you followed that whole West Coast, East Coast beef, Pac, Biggie, and the whole nine. So I knew it very well. Funny story, the brother Jamie Turner, who wrote that particular episode, I met him while doing The Shield. So we became cool, and we've always kept in contact, and this story will connect in a few minutes. But I was literally about to, at this time I was doing brand ambassador work, and I had got an offer to go on tour. And my boy Jamie was like, yo, man, I'm working on something that I think you'll be good for. I'm gonna try to get you in. And at this time, I took his word, but things can fall through. My mindset is, I'm gonna go with the for show money. You know what I'm saying? The for show money, I know I can go on tour and get and be good. And I literally prayed on it, man, and sat on it, and my gut feeling, my spirit was like, just chill, like trust the process, trust that what he said is going to manifest and come through. And I declined the tour, waited it out, and got the audition. Like I said, knew the role. The character was a real character, did my research, and went in there, auditioned, and end up booking it, man. End up booking that role, and end up getting hired by this company to work. So I always had a side job in between while I'm, grinding as an actor. And the first day of that job, I was working with Google. I was shooting that episode of Unsolved, and I had to be wrapped at a certain time to make it to the other job, or I was going to be fired that first day. But God worked it out, did the scene, and was able to make it to the other job, man. But yeah, dude, my boy Jamie Turner, who's now one of the writers on All American.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? How the story connected. So I met Jamie, during The Shield, and then NK, who's the showrunner of All American. I did her first scripted TV show, which was Bones. 10 years prior. You see what I'm saying? 2 different shows, 2 different people. I did NK's where I played this young brother from Sierra Leone who was an amputee. And that was her script. And that's how we became friends. So then, bam, we fast forward to All American. Jamie and NK are talking about this character Preach. They have me in mind, but they don't say my name. They was like, "Oh, I know somebody." He was like, "Oh, I know somebody too. My guy, he'll be able to do. Oh, my guy, I think he'll be perfect for this." Not knowing that they're talking about the same person. So you just see how God works, but also the relationships. Is very important. Just in life, man, just the relationships and how you treat people and how you show up to work each and every day and put 110%. Because, if I was just lollygagging and not hitting my marks and not doing what I do, I probably wouldn't be working, in this business, let alone on All American, because, that role Preach was only supposed to do 1 to 2 episodes. and he's, here we are, 14 episodes with more to come.
Yeah, man. You know what? And I'm not just saying this because you're on here, but Preach was not a 1 or 2 episode kind of character. I'm sorry. You put too
Yeah,
much work into that. You made it
yeah.
believable. I mean,
Thank
we
you.
forgot that your name was Kareem Grimes. We were
Right.
like, yo, free Preach.
Right.
Preach is locked down. What's going on?
Exactly.
Where's the injustice?
Right.
What's
Right.
going on here? And I
Exactly.
think that's a credit to you, just like you said, your discipline, your technique, your and to me it seems like this pathway for you seems like very divine because
Yeah.
it's so many dots that were connected and moving pieces that came together like socks and shoes, man. And to
Absolutely.
me, I thought you did a phenomenal job. I was glad they brought you back for season 2. I started watching All American like midway through season 1.
Okay.
And I was like, oh snap, I got to go back and
Yeah.
rewatch.
Yeah.
But it was, and speaking of All America, because that's one of the reasons why we're here is that you do
Yeah.
such a fantastic job on All America, as well as everybody else. I think it's collectively, it's a great show, acting, writing, directing. And I'm glad the CW really put the green light on this, on this show, because it needs to be seen, and we need to really have open dialogue because you guys cover a lot of different topics in those seasons. But I
Yeah.
want to talk to you first and foremost. You have a really great chemistry with Breezy. I think she's a phenomenal actress.
Yeah.
We saw her in Empire, and now she's really on a full-time role with All American, and she plays Coop. But it seems like Preach. How did the on-screen chemistry develop? And because you guys look so well together on camera, you guys really play off each other.
Yeah, man. I think for me, when I got the role, and just doing the background of who this character was and what he was there for and his purpose, is I didn't talk to Breezy really the first time I was on set, because I just wanted that authenticity of, he not really know her on a like that, and to treat her as such. I'm here to just watch her do these drops. So I didn't talk to her, man, and just gradually through the episodes that I started to get on the show, man, is when I really started to build more of the relationship with her. So it was like really on and off camera. She's like a little sis, man. And I think it works because it's the big brother, little sister. You know what I'm saying? The OG, talking to his sister or whatever, or brother. And that's why it works, because we've all had some type of OG, or whether it's your uncle or, older friend or family member who, has did some things in their life, his or her life, did some time or whatever, and really trying to make a difference. And they see people who are going in that route, and they kind of step in and say, hey, you don't want to do that. I went down this route. This ain't the way to go. You know what I'm saying? So I think we've all encountered a Preach. And I think that's why this character, is, like you said, he's not a 1 to 2, episode character, because he's there to not only, give some insight, but let Breezy know, hey man, it's so much more than this. I've done this. Two things can happen. You know what I'm saying? And 2 of them happened to me. I got shot and I went to jail. Thank God I survived. But there's so much more. I see more in you that you can be able to do. And to really be honest, it's more of I'm helping her and she's helping me. Me helping her as far as managing her, but also getting me out of the streets and using my smarts, because Preach is smart. He read a lot of Greek mythology books in jail. So, the brother ain't no dummy. He just made some bad choices in life, and now he's correcting those things.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, a great cast. The thing that surprised me, I know you probably heard this before, but Daniel Ezra, who plays Spencer, who's actually from the UK, has a very deep British accent.
Yeah.
But does a phenomenal job as the star of the show. Did you all help him kind of just with the lingo and trying to make sure that he sounds like a guy from LA?
Nah,
Or how
man,
did that come about?
Daniel's a phenomenal actor, man. Daniel, that's his own doing. Daniel really got his accent by listening to a lot of Nipsey Hussle.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of his favorite artists. So Daniel really, immersed himself, went down on Crenshaw, was amongst the people, really getting his feet wet down there, man. And that's how he's able to, bring that, that character to life and really stay in that, you know, I wouldn't have known because I watched the show prior to getting on it, and I didn't really know until
Hmm.
later on, like, oh, the dude is from the UK, because I just really thought, he was another cat from LA. Even though I was like, I ain't never seen him on the audition circuit, but it's always new cats all the time, man. But yeah, man, Daniel Ezra is a phenomenal actor, man. He puts in the work day in and day out, dude. And even while we're on set, he stays. Sometimes he stays in character, and if he's relaxed and comfortable around you, you'll actually hear his natural accent.
No, that's dope, man.
Mhm.
Now, one thing I want to ask you, and just to clarify, was Nipsey Hussle scheduled to come on an episode of All American at some point before his untimely death?
Yeah, yeah. So they were trying to get Nipsey on. I want to say either season one or definitely season two, but due to scheduling, it never happened. And then, of course, his tragic death. That
Hmm.
never happened. But NK reached out to Sam, his brother, to get his blessings, and that's how we did. The tribute, and the brother Keenan, who did Nipsey's actual tattoos, is the brother who did the mural in season two,
Oh, wow.
and he also did the mural for season three. So the brother named Keenan, who actually did Nipsey's real tattoos, is the brother who did the mural for season two, who did the mural Nipsey in season two, and who did the mural for season three.
No, recently we you talk you grew up in LA like I did, so we
Mm-hmm.
lost three, iconic figures in my estimation as far as the late Nipsey Hussle, John Singleton, who you spoke on earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
What did Kobe Bryant mean to you? What was his impact upon you as well as the city of LA?
Kobe, man, he was a champion. I'm, like I said, born and raised out here, grew up right around the corner from the Forum. So I've been a Laker, bleeding the purple and gold for a long time. And any Laker that comes, we just fully embrace. And we've watched Kobe grow up before our eyes, coming in as a straight out of high school, and seeing his maturation, him winning the championships. He was family, and that's how we looked at him. That's how I looked at him. So for us to lose such an icon like Kobe, man, it was devastating, man. And not only that, but just his daughter, and the other 8 people that were on that were on that helicopter, man. So it was just a really blow, man. And I actually had the opportunity to see Kobe play a few times, but a good friend of mine named Andrea Jones, she was singing the national anthem at the Laker game, and she actually invited me. And this was the night that Kobe announced his retirement. So,
Wow.
I still have the letter in the black envelope with the Mamba symbol, the whole nine, and my ticket. And, I sat right underneath the basket, so I actually was able to see Kobe play, on his farewell tour as he retired, man. So, those are memories that I will hold, deeply, man. And, of course, John, really putting South Central on the map and showing you, what life is, growing up in South Central. And him giving me my start, man, that was a devastating blow. Our last conversation, he called to congratulate me on, the film I did with Clint Eastwood called The Mule, and he was a
Yes.
fan of it. He was excited for me, and he was gearing up to shoot the Emmett Till story, and he was just telling me, certain things that a lot of people and I didn't know about what went down with Emmett Till, man. And he was super excited, and he wanted me to be a part of it. And I was like, yeah, of course, because once again, I knew the story as well. So I was just like, man, these are one of these this is a movie, and this is going to be a story that needs to be told, that the world needs to hear, man. And you know, and definitely with Nipsey, man. You know, it's funny how I have a connection to all three. I interviewed Nipsey Hussle before the world knew who Nipsey Hussle was. You know, I
Wow.
interviewed Nipsey when he was a young brother, no braids. He was staying at his grandma's house. He had the Gateway computer. You know, doing the music. Him and his partner, Lil Draw. So you know, it was Tiny Draws, and it was just like crazy, you know, to see his rise and to see where he took it, man. And you know, my last encounter with Nipsey was Coachella 2 years ago. You know, I'm leaving and I go out the back way to get to my car, and there he is chilling on a golf cart with his partners. And you know, I go up to him, you know, congratulating him on his success, man, and you know, reminding him, hey, remember I interviewed you or whatever. And you know, it was all love, man, all positive. And you know, that was my last time seeing that brother, man. And you know, to see how he went out, man, it was just devastating, man, really devastating.
Yeah.
So you know, the connection that I have with all three is very, very, very powerful, very strong, man. And you know, I've had the opportunity to be in their presence. So you
Mhm.
know, and you know, for me, I take those memories to me.
As you should.
Mm.
What can we expect from Preach in season 3 of All American?
Oh man, it's a lot, dude. You know, right now, you know, he's out. And you know, we went on the whole campaign of free preach. And you know, people took to it, man. And you know, the writers, and they saw it. And you know, we're out. So now it's really this relationship between Mo, which is Tyrone's sister, the history.
Hmm.
They got some history. We know they got some history. So, you know, season 3 is going to show you, you know, what that history was, and, you know, how much of it, you know, was real serious between them. And, you know, I'm super excited. And, you know, like I said, if you guys think, you know, episode 1 and 2 and 3 is good, just keep on watching, man. It gets better and better each and every week, man. So, you know, we'll see what's up with Mo and Preach, and you know, seeing if he can stay out of trouble.
That's right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I watch it each and every week, man. I got the CW app just in case I
Yes,
miss
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed.
Uh,
Indeed.
but you had a great chance to in season 2 to play with Demetrius Shipp, who always played Tupac in the
Mm-hmm.
Tupac movie. How
Yeah.
was it working with that brother? And did you kind of do a double take when you saw him walking on the set? Like,
Yeah,
man, this dude
man.
was like
It's
Pac.
dude, that dude really looks like Pop, bruh. And you know, it's interesting because you know, talking with him, I was just like, yo, how was it, you know, doing that? And he was like, yeah, it was cool, but he was just like, he's really trying to shy away from that. And I understood that as an artist, you know, you don't want to, you know, be just looked at as just that one particular role that you did. You know, you want to be multifaceted in these characters and things that you do. But you know, he was dope to work with, man. Just a solid individual, man. A family man. You know, he has beautiful kids, man. Loves his kids, talks about them, and you know, just like I said, just a dope actor, man. And you know, he's got a lot of stuff happening, and you know, it's sky's the limit, man. The good thing about this show, man, and you know, like I said, I've been in this business a long time, you know, and I'm pretty sure you've seen headlines of people not getting along on shows, but everybody gets along on this show. Like, there's no egos. It's really a family, you know, off camera. You know, we connect with each other on, you know, social media, and we got a text thread. So like, we really like each other. You know what I'm saying? And we really all get along. So it's just, you know, a real big family, man. And everybody, you know, is there for one common goal, and that's just, you know, to bring the work each and every week, and keep you guys entertained.
That's right. Now you got some new cast members this season. Two new
Mm-hmm.
cast members. One of them happens to be Gigi Townsend, another LA native. She's a phenomenal actress. She just
Mm-hmm.
completed the Salt and Pepper movie on
Yeah.
Lifetime.
Yeah.
Were you guys able to connect in any way, either on set or off set, at some point?
No, actually, no. Because most of, as far as my storyline, is really between
Mm,
myself, Coop, and Mo. I
okay.
don't know what Gigi's character is on this season, and what that plays, but she's a phenomenal actress. Yeah, a good friend of mine, Layla Odom, was on there. She played Salt. So, very proud, amazing actors. And so we'll see what this season brings if we're going to be working together. But I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a phenomenal season, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now I'll talk. You got so many. You do such great work on screen, but you do a
Mhm.
lot of things behind the scenes and
Yeah,
off the screen.
yeah.
In the tech world, man, you taking over the tech world too. I mean,
Hey,
you got a
brother,
great
listen,
app.
man. I'm trying
What's
to
going on?
diversify. Brother. You got to diversify, man. So, yeah, man. I have an app. It's called Face Pop. We're in the Apple Store. We've been in there for 2 years. Independent. I'm one of the co-founders, along with my buddy Burvic Deculus and Jerome Henry. And it's self-made emojis featuring your face. So it's not an avatar. It's not a Bitmoji. You can actually record your face 7 seconds and send it in a text, whether you talking smack or saying happy birthday or I love you or whatever. And so it's free. It's on iOS. That's one. Also, I've teamed up with another company called Virtual Co-working. It's pretty much the Black Zoom. So
Okay.
totally Black owned, and now we know what Zoom has done during the pandemic. Here's something that's Black owned, but it's going to give you a little bit more. Their thing is, if Zoom and LinkedIn had a baby, it would be virtual co-working. So not only do you get the video conferencing aspect, but you also get the LinkedIn aspect of it, and you get much more. So I linked up with them, super excited. And then an arm from there is we have a app that we're about to be in beta probably within the next week or two, that's gonna say, hey Clubhouse, you got some folks on the block too that we want to get in on that 1 billion evaluation. So it's called True Social, and we're super excited about it, and that's gonna be coming out soon, man. So it's gonna be like Clubhouse on steroids. So you'll have the audio part, but you'll also have the video part.
Okay.
Because
All right.
we want to service the people that the deaf community, because the deaf community can't get on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to bring the video aspect, and then also two, Clubhouse is only for people on iPhone. So if you ain't got no iPhone, you can't get on Clubhouse. So our app, you can be able to download on iPhone and Android. So super excited about it, man. We got some big time influencers that are going to be jumping on, man. I can't say too much, but we got some major influencers that are excited about this, and they're gonna jump on. So be on the lookout for that, man.
Definitely, man. Big things popping with Kareem Grimes in the
Yes,
tech
sir.
world, man. That's what we
Yes,
that's
sir.
what we need, man. We need
Indeed.
more people of
Listen,
color in there, man.
absolutely, man. And it's enough room for us, man. And it's just not silicone, man. We got some tech geniuses out here in Inglewood, California, South Central Los Angeles. So it's enough to go around.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm glad to see it, man. Definitely want to support that when everything comes together.
Yes, sir.
And also too, with everything going on, we got through 2020. Thank God. We're still dealing with some of the effects of COVID and systemic and institutionalized racism and oppression, which has been going on for centuries.
Yeah, we've been screaming that. We've been screaming that from the mountaintop for forever.
Right. And so do you see, I know there's been a lot of PSAs from sports teams, from various film companies that have come out and say, hey, we want to do our part to try to, end it and what have you. Have you seen any differences from your perspective in the film world, entertainment world, as far as, have you seen a little bit less? Have you seen companies take a 180 turn on certain issues? What have you seen?
I think I've seen some companies just to show face. Hey, Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, hey, we said Black Lives Matter. We're for the cause, but there needs to be an overhaul. Period. There needs to be an overhaul. I think the word is getting out and people know, but there's a lot more action that needs to be taking place. So yeah, I think there just needs to be a lot more action being taken place on these corporations to really not just say it, but actually do, and, give money and more opportunities to people of color. Because listen, man, we're a special people. We're a unique and phenomenal people, man. And, we got some geniuses and just people who are talented that just need the opportunity. We're not saying,
Right.
hey, give it to us, but, just give us the opportunity and we'll show you what we can do.
Absolutely, man. I think
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan even came out during the
Yeah,
time and said, "Hey, man, we want more black producers, women
absolutely.
producers,
Yep.
you know, lighting, grips,
Hmm.
behind the scenes, in front of the camera, everything."
Yeah.
And I thought that was a powerful statement.
Yeah, but just like I said before, this is what John was preaching and doing since 88, 89. Like I
Mhm.
said, being on a set of Boys in the Hood, I saw a black cameraman. That was rare. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Charles E. Mills, who was the DP, but we're talking about cameraman, hair, makeup, wardrobe, uh best boy grips were black people. And this is who John Singleton employed. And so for me, it opened my eyes up, because doing extra work, like I said, you only saw 1 to 2 black people. And if you did see it, you make that eye contact and be like, I see you, you see me? All right, we here. You know what I'm saying? But John he's been doing that since, he came into this game, man. And he did it up until, his death, man. He always kept his people working, man. Always.
Yeah, and I want to ask you this too, with everything going on, in your estimation, how
Mhm.
important is black media?
It's very important. I think, you know, with we are sports and entertainment and everything else. I was just talking to my partner, just even with Clubhouse. Clubhouse is not popping without us.
Mhm.
Period. You take us away from Clubhouse, it'd just be another app. So I liken that to black media. You know what I'm saying? We are what makes the world go round. We have our finger on the pulse of everything, and when I mean everything, and black media is so important to get our stories out, the right stories, you know what I'm saying? Because so many of our stories go untold, and black media gives us the opportunity and the platform to be able to showcase and tell our stories.
Oh, true indeed. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing I fight for all the time, man. Just
Yeah.
the ability to have access, because if we don't have access to get the story,
Stories.
we
Yeah.
can't tell our story, whether
Right.
that's access to capital or access to, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely, man. And I think, it's important because, there are young kids who don't see this, but we have platforms so they can be like, oh man, I can be the next Nick Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? I can be the next Kareem Grimes because I see it and I know it's possible.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, props out to Ava DuVernay, man. I think she's done a
Yeah.
phenomenal job
No,
opening lanes.
absolutely. Yep.
Issa Rae and
Ray,
you know,
yeah, Princess Penny, Charles King, you know, the list goes on and on and on. Ruth Carter, like I said, the list goes on and on and on, man. And these are trailblazers, man. And as this young generation comes up, those are the shoulders that they'll be standing on.
So what's next for Kareem Grimes? As far as, are you going to be doing any directing, producing? Is any projects
Yeah,
coming?
yeah. I'm in talks right now to produce and star in a project right now. I've been doing directing and producing a long time ago, man. Along with my partner, Bervic Deculus, man. We did a film called Jive Chicken. That was my first film that I produced, starred in, helped write, direct. And
Nice.
this is during the time where I was doing Baby Boy, or before Baby Boy is when I did that project. But I've done short films, and this is, like I said, this is before YouTube was popping. So, we were doing this, with the Canon. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing it, but now it's just really focused more on in front of the camera, which is going to set up more opportunities for me to direct and for me to produce. So, definitely, man, I'm in this business till the wheels fall off.
Now I know you're a big time 49ers fan, man. So
Absolutely.
how hopeful are you but the 49ers can turn it around this coming season in 2021?
I'm a fan, but they're not gonna do nothing because they did Colin Kaepernick wrong. So until they fix that, ain't nothing good gonna come to them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel, man. Like I've been a Niners fan since Montana, Young, Rathman, Roger Craig, Rice, Taylor. But how they did Kaepernick, man, they gotta make that right, man. They gotta make it right. And until they make it right, ain't nothing good gonna come to them. I don't care if we get Deshaun Watson.
Well, I think the league as a whole has to do him right.
No, hands down. I think you're absolutely right. The league, and it's so funny how everything just transpired last year. How he was really everything he was talking about, just taking a knee, and how everything exploded the last couple of months of this year was like, see, this is what we were talking about. This is what we were screaming a long time ago. This is why we took the knee. This is why we took the knee, for police brutality. And then it was like, Blue Lives Matter. What are you talking about? All lives matter. And then, you see these folks storming the Capitol, bullying and almost killing the police. So it was never about Blue Lives Matter. It was always, to take that narrative away from us. So, the league needs to do better. They need to make that right. But until then, ain't nothing good gonna come to San Francisco 49ers. That's how I feel about it.
Well, I want to ask you some fun questions before I get you off of here. Yeah. So I got to get your top 3 breakfast cereals, man. We all grew up on cereal. Top 3?
Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, and Raisin Bran Crunch.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, in that order. In that order.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
If you were on an island and you only had 3 albums you could take with you, what would those 3 albums be?
Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders, Outkast, first album,
Southern Playlistic,
and then my third album, that'll be good, man, is Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My 3 would have been The Chronic, Dr. Dre. Miles Davis, Bitches Brew.
Ooh.
And Prince.
That's a good one.
Greatest hit.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Let me tell you something about Stevie though, man. He got he got some. Come on, brother. 8th wonder of the world, man. Come on, brother.
Stevie is timeless.
Exactly. He's timeless, man. Exactly.
So I want to also, you're a huge Tribe Called Quest fan. I know I did some research, and Phife was your guy. I know you like the whole group, but Phife was your guy. Would you consider doing? I know they had the documentary. I know you probably saw the documentary that was done with all of them. But if there was an actual biopic, would you do it?
Yes. I would love to play Phife. Man. Yeah.
Would you put it together?
Would I put it together? I mean, that's a task right there, brother. That'll be a task. But I mean, if the stars align, brother, I wouldn't mind. I can see you playing Phife, man. I think you the 5-foot assassin with the roughneck business. Come on, man. Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's definitely one of my groups. That album, that Midnight Marauders album is like literally the soundtrack to my to my teens.
Oh yeah, I mean, I said my 2 favorite Tribe albums are Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders.
Yes, sir. That Low End Theory album is cold-blooded.
A distant third would be Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
Yes,
that would be my distant third.
Yes, I agree. Definitely agree, man. Yeah,
you could feel the tension in the record, and that record, you can tell.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna throw out some names to you, and whatever comes to mind, give me whatever answer you have.
Cool.
Snoop Dogg.
Icon.
Eminem.
He's cool. I mean, he's not. People put him on top 5, top 10. I give Eminem top. I put him on my 20 because I know some other rappers that lyrically people be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." He's not top 5. Sorry.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Debate me. I tell people, debate me. Let's go.
Chadwick Boseman.
Phenomenal actor. We lost a phenomenal actor, man. That dude was a chameleon.
Viola Davis.
Oh man, she is a joy. She's a joy to watch. A joy to watch.
Kamala Harris.
Listen, history. You know, history, man. Woman of color, vice president. Come on, man.
And lastly, Kareem Grimes.
Oh man. A person of service. Service.
Absolutely,
Definitely.
man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna debate you on an Eminem topic at another time.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's definitely in my top 10 for sure.
Okay. I always say this. I say, listen, don't forget about Black Thought.
Of course.
Okay, all right. Don't forget about Black Thought. And to be honest, I think Royce the 5'9" is just way better. Even though that Royce will probably tell you different, but I just think, me personally, Royce is cold.
I hear you. I'm gonna say that
the only 2 songs that I give Eminem props for is Renegade with Jay-Z.
Oh, I'm sorry. He got Jay-Z on that song.
Killed it, dude.
And I love Jay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of the other song. But yeah, Renegade sticks out to me.
I'm gonna say in my top 10, I definitely have Snoop. I definitely have Eminem. I have Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
I have Crooked Eye.
Crooked Eye is listen, overrated, dude.
Crooked Eye is
not overrated, underrated, right? Yeah.
Yeah, underrated. Yeah. Underrated. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Crook is, him, Razzcast.
I was about to just say that was my next thing. Don't forget about C. Carson, Razzcast, Cole.
Razzcast, Yuck Mouth,
okay.
Exhibit.
Okay.
Definitely E40.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta have E40 in that. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say split these two because I say Big Boy and Andre 3000 because everybody wants to diminish Big Boy, but I'm like, dude, Big has rhymes.
Dude, Big Boy got albums too, man. You know, not taking anything from Andre, but Big Boy got albums, man. And that's my favorite duo group, like Outkast, hands down. Like you can't. And the second is Little Brother.
Yes.
That's my second. Like that's my second best favorite group, dude. Is Little Brother.
Bro, could you imagine if they would have did a Tribe Called Cast, if that Outkast and Tribe album would have came together before Fife?
When Andre was speaking at dog, let me tell you something. Yeah, dog. That probably would have to go into the Hall of Fame, man. That would have been stupid. Because I'm pretty sure Q-Tip had some J Dilla beats for Big Boy and Andre 3000 to rap over. Just think Outkast and a J Dilla beat.
Nasty. Let me take it a step further. Organized noise.
Come on, let's talk about it. Listen, Rico Wade. Come on, listen. Yeah. Rico
Sleepy
definitely would have added to that.
Was Sleepy on the percussion and the hooks?
Man. You can have Sleepy. You can have
Ray Murray.
Listen, you could have CeeLo sing. Like it's come on, dude. Yeah. See you know your stuff. You know your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know your stuff. I'll debate you on the Eminem, but for the most part, you definitely know your stuff. Absolutely.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I know you a hip hop head.
Yeah.
So that's why I have these conversations with you because
absolutely.
I gotta, and I say my last two for me would be Tretch from Naughty by Nature, who I think is underrated.
Okay.
And Redman.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Definitely, hands down. Mine, definitely Rakim, the God MC.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to go with Kane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
LL Cool J.
LL, you got to go with, definitely Snoop, Q, Black Thought, Fife, Andre. I'm trying to think who else. Man, this dude, like, yeah. I'm trying to think who else. Like, it's so many, man. Cool G Rap,
G-Rap, Corrupt.
Corrupt, Young Gotti. Yeah. Definitely Razcast for sure. Razcast
Yes.
is definitely in that top, man. Yeah, like I'm trying to think who else, man.
I would say two ladies for sure. Actually, three ladies for sure. But
Rhapsody is definitely in there.
Rhapsody, yeah, Rhapsody is one. The Lady of Rage,
okay,
and the Brat.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely give you that. Yeah. She's definitely in there. Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's listen. Your list is damn near like mine. Mine is
simple. Oh my goodness gracious. Dude, M is the truth.
No, I give it to him, man. But he's definitely not on my list. He's a little bit further down, though. Definitely.
But I'm gonna tell you one group, and I think a lot of groups took from this group and they didn't get the recognition that they truly deserve. Hieroglyphics.
Oh, come on. Absolutely. Out of the Bay Area. Come on, man. Yeah.
Hieroglyphics crew?
Yeah, definitely Hieroglyphics. I was definitely heavy on Hieroglyphics, man. Like crazy.
I gotta show you man. One day I'm gonna show you the shirt that I got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely Hieroglyphics. Another one, man, is a J5.
Oh, Jurassic 5? What?
Come on, man. I'll
tell you, I'll go a step further. Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, and this there is you go. And I went to school. I went to school with Will I Am. Will I Am went to Paul Revere. And then Will, I want to say after Paul Revere, I don't think he went to Palisades. I think he went there for a little bit and then he transferred. But Will I Am went to Paul Revere. And him and Ahmad back in the day went to Paul Revere. Him and Ahmad used to battle at lunchtime.
Man, I remember the 4th Avenue Joneses.
Come on, man. My boy Kenny. Rest in peace to my boy Ray. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. Listen, we can go on because I can tell you. Definitely go. I'll tell you one last group. If you remember this group called Another Level.
Come on, man. That's Buddy. That's Buddy. All them cats went to Westchester. Yeah, the Buckner boys. The Buckner boys. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when people say LA, like I'm from Inglewood, but like I'm LA all day.
Man, we both are, bro. We both are.
Absolutely, dude. So yeah, I listen. Another Level, them cats, man. I was like, yeah, they really doing it. And then Caution
is the ultimate group with Gonzo, Selmac, and Kato. They tell me Kato could not produce.
Right. I went to school with Gonzo and played Pop Warner. Yeah, we played Pop Warner balling. So yeah,
Gonzo's a good brother, man. I talk to him pretty often on social media.
My boy Ronnie, that's my guy.
I went to school with Kato's sisters. They had 2 twins and they had 2 older sisters, and I went to school with all 4 of them. That's how I read that.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Dude, listen, LA is so connected, dude. Like if you say some things and you really from LA, people be like, "Yep, I was there. Yep, I know who that is," and you be like, "Yeah, you really from LA."
You know when to go and when not to go to the Fox Hills Mall on certain hood days.
Come on, man. Come on, talk about it. Absolutely, for real, for real. No, that's real talk.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I greatly appreciate you coming on the show, man, and really taking time out, man. It's been great.
Yes, sir.
Let everybody know where they can see you to keep up with you and follow you on all things social media.
Yeah, man. Kareem Grimes, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm on TikTok now, Facebook. Continue watching All American season 3 is going up. For the Love of Jason on All Black, formerly known as UMC All Black. You can stream all 6 episodes. Right now, we're just waiting to see if we get a season 2, which I believe we are going to get a season 2. And yeah, man, got some things brewing, man, with some local artist, cast from Inglewood, California, called Recreations. They got some clothing coming out through Foot Locker, so I did something with them, man, and nice. Just be on the lookout for more Face Pop and virtual co-working, man. The Black Zoom.
Absolutely, man. Another group I'm gonna tell you to check out if you haven't checked out, Villain Park.
Oh, absolutely, been hearing about Villain Park. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Bars.
Yep. Yeah. Bars. Yeah. Absolutely. Bars. For sure. Indeed, man. For sure, man. It was a pleasure, Nick. Thank you for having me, man. And yeah, we got to do it again. We listen. The whole section, the whole interview next time, definitely, hip hop and some LA reputables.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Absolutely, man. Indeed.